Welcome electricians, builders, and inquisitive minds. My name is Swift Coyote, and in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the blueprint that I created for Confusion to use on Maverick Sea Bunker. Thank you to Confusion for giving me the opportunity to introduce him to some of the tricks of the trade, and thank you for watching. To start things off, let's talk about the build. If you haven't seen Maverick's build video, please go watch it before continuing, as I'll only be discussing the changes I have made. I also recommend watching Confusion's video so you have a basic idea of what this blueprint does. However, in this version, I've included some upgrades. The biggest structural change to the bunker was using walls and single doors to include vending machines underwater. I also added extra double door frames internally to help support the main floor in the event structure below water was destroyed. Above the water, I used chain link fence to add an extra layer, but it's more because it looks cool. The biggest upgrade to the build though is the auto turrets. Now in Confusion's video, he placed them on the bunker facing outwards, but I personally prefer to have them on pods facing inwards. I'm not concerned about keeping people away from the bunker. I want to kill the people that get close enough to climb on it. So tell me in the comments, what do you think is better and why? Getting to the inside, there's no unused space. Where Maverick had honeycomb, I used that space for our batteries. I also included a locker and some furnaces. I also took advantage of the empty attic for solar panels, and I built a small room for all the important circuits. There's a link in the description to Rex Moore's video for how to do the solar panel trick if you'd like to see how that was done. Now let's have a look at the blueprint. The links are in the description below. A big thanks to the folks over at Rushtrition for creating and maintaining this awesome tool. If you're new to Rushtrition, here's a couple of tips. To help with performance, click the gear here and lower the speed to 0. This will freeze time, thus freezing the circuit, making it easier to move and look around. Use left click to select stuff, right click to move the page around, and middle mouse wheel to zoom in and out. To get the whole circuit into frame, click here. If you misclick and move something, Control Z will undo whatever's done. If you click here and log into Steam, you get access to more options that can help with performance. Things like disable wire animation, and you'll be able to save and load your own circuits. Starting off where all electricity begins, let's look at power production and storage. I've chosen to go with solar panels because we can place them in the roofs and not show anyone just how much power we're actually using. I'm combining all the panels and splitting the incoming power evenly between 2 batteries. Battery 1 powers all of the circuits used on the interior of the base. Starting with the moon pool defense, it is primarily used as a backup to the shotgun traps, and it starts working by detecting a player with this heartbeat sensor. You get a notification on your phone with the smart alarm every time a non-authorized player is detected. This actions the memory cell to unblock the blocker and send power through to the Tesla coils. The timer is meant to block the Tesla coil from activating for a set amount of time, and the smart switch lets you arm and disarm the system from your phone. Next on battery 1 is the notification systems for the giant excavator, large oil, and small oil. Note that the RF transmitter is only here for the demonstration, but when someone starts to hack a crate, an RF signal is emitted. Now we can use an RF receiver to catch that signal and reset a memory cell, which turns on the red light for your visual notification. The smart alarm will notify you on your phone, and I put the pager in a box to give me an audio notification. After the monument stops transmitting, you can use the red button to turn off the light. Lastly, for battery 1 is our interior lighting and boombox for some tunes. Battery 2 is used for everything outside of the bunker. Beginning with storage monitors on vending machines, we have a sales tracker. Set the counter to the number of sales you want to make before being notified. Every sale will count up by 1 on the counter, and when you reach the number you set it to, the blue light will start flashing. Press the red button to reset the counter. Next, we have our exterior heartbeat sensors. If any of them detect a player, the smart alarm will notify your phone. From there, we prime the auto turrets by turning them on before we open the doors. The timer is set to however long you want the delay to be between the turrets turning on and the doors opening. You can use the smart switch to arm and disarm the system, and if your auto turrets lock a target, using another smart alarm, you'll get another notification. Now on to the part that I assume most people are here for, the destruction detection system. Now, as a disclaimer, I am not the inventor of this system. That honor belongs to another master electrician and my mentor, Nee. The way the system works is by exploiting the way Rust processes circuits. Now, to keep things simple, when you build a circuit, the game takes a snapshot of everything connected within that circuit. This snapshot is used, among other things, to calculate active usage on batteries, but it's also used by power sources. When a component is added or removed, a new snapshot of the circuit is taken. Some components are sensitive to this process taking place, the timer being one of them. When this happens, the toggle of the timer gets triggered, giving us our notification. This is a very simplified explanation of what's happening, but my hope is that you'll have a general understanding of what's taking place. Now, these last two groups, the wall destruction detection and the exterior early destruction detection circuit, this is what we're going to refer to as the chain. Now, there's a method to the wiring of this chain. I've placed neon signs on all the walls, and they're the last in the chain because they're the most likely to get destroyed first. Christmas lights come next in the chain, and they're connected to all the roofs, double door frames, and the underwater structure. When any of these are destroyed, this is going to be the first notification you get alerting you that a raid is taking place. So from the outside, we move to placing memory cells on the inside of every exterior surface. When a wall is breached, the memory cell gets destroyed, and this should be your second notification. It does not appear to work here on the Restoration website, but it does work in the game, and the smart alarm I've located in the attic along with all the other critical circuits. So that should cover everything. A big shout out to Maverick for coming up with this base idea, Confusion for reaching out and wanting to learn some electricity, and all of you for watching the video. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and remember, the things that excite you are not random. They are connected to your purpose. Follow them. Catch you in the next video.